You'll never guess his special bond with Captain Fukushima. Once the crisis ended, they soared like rockets, and the squad found a perfect hideout to rest. They planned to rest before resuming, but unexpectedly, giants arrived and Ellen's female teammate was snatched. Soon after, more giants emerged nearby, surrounding the squad. Everyone swiftly entered battle mode, equipped gear rapidly as if donning new clothes, ready to fight. Except Captain Fukushima and Sandy, the rest were like club rats, no combat experience, surviving by luck or dying worse than in films. Some were smashed against the wall, others swallowed whole. In a blink, over half the squad was gone tragic. Amid the chaos, Commander Hankai noticed someone sneak away in a car packed with explosives and ignite them like throwing a party. Without the explosives, the mission was a flop. Turns out it was a female teammate who made off with the car. What a comedy. Having just lost her husband, she seeks revenge, ignoring the mission. Others tried to stop her, but failed. But the resulting explosion only blew off one of the giant's legs, completely wasted explosives. It was like a cosmic joke. Seeing the giant attack teammates, Ellen's fury erupted, and he charged at it. He dodged and weaved through the giant's attacks, and finally found a moment to take one out. What a breath of fresh air. Before celebrating long, Ellen fell into another giant's mouth. He survived, but lost a leg, a bad deal. He was tossed onto a rooftop far away, and seeing this, Armin freaked out about Ellen's safety. But the next second, he got grabbed by the giant to talk about friends of friends. Armin quickly drew his sword, but against the giant, it was mere tickling. Even the steel blade of his gear couldn't pierce the giant's back as he watched his friend about to be devoured. On the rooftop, Ellen stood on one leg with Iron Will Juwara. He flew into the giant's mouth using his gear and saved Armin from death at the last moment, a true superhero. But he himself slid down the giant's throat and ended up in its belly, leaving only a single arm hanging in front of Armin. This is truly the epitome of an absurd can't-stop situation. A group of comrades inside the giant were slowly digested. It yelled, "I'll defeat you." Approaching Circuit 3, an odd comedy. The giant felt something amiss, as if something would burst from its belly. Then, a huge hand tore through its mouth. Amazing. The giant exploded, revealing a massive figure that radiated an overwhelming presence like a visual feast. Ellen's founding titan awakened, attacking regular giants fiercely amidst everyone's shock like a wild party. Everyone realized this giant was different, and right before the body vanished, they cut open the back leg to find Ellen inside to talk about a horror movie. They watched in disbelief, unaware Captain Fukushima on the rooftop was playing a hidden game. Everything seemed to be going according to his plan. In a moment of utter madness, he plunged a steel blade into his own heart, pure insanity. The legendary armored titan emerged in the flames. Ellen used titan power to defeat all regular giants, but problems arose. He found himself bound by Commander Oldwhite, and the thought that humans could turn into titans was like a world-shattering scene. The unexpected appearance of titans nearly eradicated humanity. Talk about a shocking historical moment. So in Oldwhite's eyes, Ellen was a must-eliminate situation. But as he gave the order to fire, Armin jumped in front of Ellen. He wasn't about to let his buddy get fried. Of course, he didn't want to see Ellen die right in front of him after all. They grew up together. Just when Oldwhite was about to give the order again, Armin jumped back in front. He couldn't let Ellen die just like that. But Oldwhite didn't care. Nobody could stop his judgment on Ellen. Suddenly, a giant roar came from above, and another intelligent titan appeared, squashing Oldwhite into a pancake. What a shocker. That was the legendary armored titan, whose tough armor could shrug off bullets like they were nothing, total myth material. Under a wave of fury, the armored titan carried off Ellen, and despite the heavy losses, the squad had to continue their mission to seal that wall. Now, the main problem is no explosives. At that moment, Armin recalled an unexploded bomb on their village's hilltop. It might be useful. So, off they went in a hurry, hopped in a truck to reach the site, and successfully dug up the dead. After Armin's modification, that dead would turn into the ultimate weapon. Meanwhile, Ellen wakes from unconsciousness. Finding Captain Fukushima saved him. What a sequel. Turns out, a century ago, scientists experimented on humans with developed drugs, leading to the creation of those terrifying giants so chilling. For some unknown reason, many ordinary folks turned into pure titans, sparking a war between humans and giants, and the giant numbers kept multiplying. It was a total nightmare. Humanity suffered repeated defeats, the world near doom, until walls rose, offering a respite. A tragic history. Captain Fukushima believed all this was a meticulously planned conspiracy by the rulers to maintain control. They created fear, keeping humanity under the shadows of the Titans. What a show. And just then, the giants appeared again. Clearly, this wasn't a coincidence. The rulers deliberately broke the walls and let Titans in to keep humans in a state of unrest. Subtitles. Commander Hankai sought Alan's Titan power to end it all, shocking Alan. The two went outside, met the old Survey Corps, all striving for the same goal, a band of kindred spirits. They had explosives, pre-apocalyptic advanced weapons. Alan thought their task was to seal the wall, no second thought. After preparations, they set off. Unexpectedly, they met Armin's group, and Commander was about to use the missile reunion. When he unveiled his plan, everyone was stunned, not to patch the hole, but to blow up the second wall and start a fierce war.